All right, family. Peace to the family. We are live now. Let y'all fill in the chat. I ain't see nobody waiting. I'm gonna make sure I'm live right now. Got a special guest tonight. Got a new guest tonight. It's gonna be a great show tonight. Um, this Queen here has a very interesting. Okay, I see the people filling it out. Had a very interesting Instagram page. One thing I'm gonna say, Aminah, your Instagram page. I remember how I met this queen. I put out a post on Instagram and I told people that I'm still working on the God Frequency documentary, and the sister had hit me up, and I got on the page and I'm just like, damn, I couldn't leave the page. I stayed on the page. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, I got to get her on the show, especially for the sisters out there, that divine feminine energy, all the queens out there looking at the show. I think you definitely be beneficial. Definitely for the all the queens out there watching the show. So I'm gonna get to some ads. Before I get to the ads, real quick, we're gonna let the people fill in. We already got over 100 people. Introduce yourself, my sister. Tell the people who you are, what you do.
It's a little choppy. Can you hear me?
Yes, choppy. I think that's on your end. I don't. Yeah, it's getting choppy.
Peace and love. I'm Aminah L. I've been doing practicing and studying the science and art.
Is there any way you can fix that? Anything? Go.
I have all my bars.
Because it literally just started just now. It literally.
Yeah,
Let
it
me see
started
on
when you were
mine.
talking. I'm sure. Let's see.
Family, how? Yeah, choppy. Yeah, the family. Yeah, can't hear
I'm
it.
better.
Yeah. No. How's my sound, family? I'm trying to figure out where the problem is coming from. How's my sound? We'll get it
Sound
straight.
good.
We gonna fix it. Let me see what the people say. How's my sound? How's my sound, family? Is it my sound? Is it Aminah's sound? We're gonna fix it. We'll figure it out. How's my sound, family? Rich sound is good. So yeah, it's your sound. It's your sound, Aminah. They say my sound is good. You good is her line. Yes.
As you're talking, it sounds fuzzy the whole time. So I don't know. Do I sound good? You guys hear me?
You're choppy. Can you, Aminah? Could you log out? Could you log out? Then click that link back in, and I could bring you back in the room. Could you do that? Could you? Yeah. All right. We gonna wait for the sister. Yeah, her sound was choppy. Yes. We gonna wait for the sister to come back on. In the meantime, what's good, y'all? How y'all doing? Yeah, let her reboot her computer, whatever. Um, how y'all doing, man? What's up with y'all? Let me get to some ads real quick while she do that. Let me get to some ads real quick for the family. First, I want to thank once again. I want to thank everybody who signed up for the workshop. For those who are interested in the replay of the workshop, still purchasing the work. And, people are posting receipts. People making a lot of money. This is what I'm saying. I don't be bullshitting. I'm gonna show y'all the testimonials and the receipts from the people. I don't have it with me today because I'm not thirsty to show everybody the receipts and the testimonials. But people caking with that. So email me about that. You know what I'm saying? Email me about that workshop. You know my email, richardmerritt@yahoo.com. Besides that, shout out to King Simon, 347-496-1022. The numeration consultation. Full name and date of birth, text him. That brother will get right back to you. Also, the hat that I wear, the crown that I wear, comes from this brother right here, Copper Child Mike L. Instagram. His Instagram is @iSkateNY. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have the crowns. All the brothers out there. You see, I got the crown on my head and on my chest by my heart. The Hakeem. I got the Hakeem. I gotta wear the Hakeem sometime. The Hakeem. I'm saying, what's on your mind now? Sister gonna get that together with the sound. But you haven't. Okay, I'm glad to catch you live. Haven't been on your profile. Well, I'm glad you're back, Crypto Craig. I'm glad you're back. I got some questions for you regarding the V. Um, email me, and I'll let you know. Because if I'm gonna say the truth, I don't want to get a strike from YouTube or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You know how they doing right now with the censorship. How much is the replay of the workshop? I don't know. I was talking to Billy. We're offering so much. I was gonna make it 150. Billy wrote a 111 page PDF book. You get that. You get so much, bro. So much. I don't know. I don't know how much the price is going to be yet. You know, I don't know. I don't want to say I don't know yet. But email me and I'll definitely let you know. All right, V Chain looking good. All right, yeah, okay. I'm gonna check out V Chain. Boo Brown said V Chain look good. I'm gonna check that out. Let me get the sister back on here, see what's going on. Amina, what's happening?
Peace. Okay, can you guys hear me better?
Better. It's better. It's
Sound
better.
good?
It's not the chart. Yeah, it's much
Okay.
better. It's much better. Much better. All right. Woo. Because this is gonna be a good show. So we gotta make sure it's right. So all right. So like I said, Amina, introduce yourself to the people and let them know what you do because this is your first time on the show.
Peace and love, everyone. My name is Aminah L. I am a practicing and studying astrologer for about almost 10 years now. And what I do is I love and enjoy showing people the signs and symbols of nature and how it relates to everything that is going on within ourselves. I offer cosmic counseling, as I call it, or astrological readings. Um, and yeah, I love what I do. I use the stars, the cosmic energy to um, make certain moves, certain opportunities that I see, and it kind of gives me. It's like it acts as like a guide, a compass is what it is. It is our cosmic contract. It literally shows us and helps us navigate through this cosmic seas. We're swimming in water right now, so or the ethers right now. So yes, the natal chart literally is your map. So it has been a wonderful tool for me and others because I also teach it as well. I have an astrology school, so it has been a wonderful tool for helping me as well as others really navigate and really understand and come into the unfoldment of who we truly are. What is our strengths? What is our weaknesses? Like I said, points of opportunity, crisis, as well as our points of development. So I love it.
It says the choppiness came back. I don't know what that is on your end, but it came back. I noticed it and everybody in the live noticed it. Is anything you could identify that with? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I have
Yeah,
Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is on. Let's see.
yeah. I'm trying to think. Hmm.
I hear from you, but I don't know. I'm not sure what this is about.
Yeah. Let's Is there anything you did different? Because when you came on, you don't have an Ethernet cable, right? Do you?
I don't have any what?
Ethernet cable. Do you have an Ethernet cable?
No, I have Wi-Fi, regular Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Hmm.
Hmm.
How about yeah, because it is bad. Well, let's continue. Let's see if it yeah, because I hear it now when I talk now. I even hear it when I talk now.
I wonder if I should leave. Oh, you hear when you talk too? Yeah, I don't know. I don't hear when I speak, but I hear when you talk.
Is it
How
you
can
hear
I
that
mute?
now?
Maybe if I mute and come back on. Oh, the mic. Let's see.
Yeah, see when she presses mute and leaves, so it's definitely yeah. When you press mute, it disappears, so it's definitely on your end. Is there another room you could go to? Do you think? How close are you to the modem or
How close am I to the what?
to the modem to your modem or whatever it is? Like, are
Right
you
here.
close to it?
I'm right
It's literally
here.
right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is about.
Somebody said
Who was this on a call earlier?
somebody said try resetting your router. I don't know. She might have to call. Yeah. We'll get this right one way or another, family. I want to get this sister on the line. We'll figure this thing out. We'll figure this thing out. Whether it's tonight or whenever it is, we'll figure this thing out and get this pertinent information to the family. While she figures that out, let me go back to my screen and talk to y'all. So, yeah, y'all got any questions for me? What's up? While the sister gets that together, let me know what's on your mind. Talk to me, families, brother. Let me think if I have any of that. So, like I said, with the workshop with Billy Carson, phenomenal results so far. Email me, richardmerritt at Yahoo, if you are interested. Blue Pill, what Blue Pill said, if she's on the phone, tell her use the computer. All right, Blue, I'm going to ask her that. I'm going to ask her that. Oh, somebody asked, am I, oh, how you doing with your options? I didn't even start yet. Family, I didn't even start yet. I ain't going to lie. I'm studying. I swear, I literally just watched, somebody just sent me their receipts about an hour ago. I got some receipts and testimonials. And I'm like, damn, I got to hurry up. But I got this something secret I'm working on that I didn't even start yet. So, but yo, it's popping in the group on Unite the 99. It's popping, but I ain't even start. I ain't even gonna lie, I ain't even start yet, y'all. So I felt bad because I'm like, damn, I'm missing out on money, but I'm gonna be patient. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else is winning right now. That's in the group. But yeah, Blue, I hear you. I'm gonna tell her that. What's Brother Rich email again? Let me type it right now. Type in the email right now. All right, family. richardmerritt at yahoo.com. All right. Divine time. Oh, yeah, somebody asked me, when am I getting is no. You have a brother Yusuf on tonight. So I got a show happening tomorrow. Powerful occult show. Bobby Hemmett, Brother Panic type ish. You know what I'm saying? There's this brother, he has a channel called New Life Tools. He goes by the name Brother Yusuf or Yosef. I'm not sure. I gotta ask him if it's you or yo, but I'm gonna ask him. But he'll be on the night tomorrow at 9:30. So I want all y'all to come back tomorrow. The brother, yo, he's sharp with his shit. So I've been reaching out to new individuals to get new individuals on the show. I've been doing that. I've been doing that. Definitely been doing it. Let me see what else y'all talking about. Oh, the conversation with me and Red and Blue. Yeah, that was a classic episode with me and Red and Blue. When we get together, if we don't talk for a while and we all get together, me, Red, and Blue, y'all know some classic ish about to go down. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? Our chemistry together is like amazing, and we vibe. And when you're on that vibe with people, that chemistry, like it's like the locks. We like the locks. You know what I'm saying? And we just vibe when we get on that live together, and it'd be magical. So shout out to Red and Blue for that classic interview, that classic episode. And we talked about so much. I'm trying to be in a 99 group. The only way to be in a 99 group at this time, you had to sign up for the workshop. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, we're not accepting any new people. That's why I said pour in the sign up when I have these workshops. That's why I said pour in the sign up for them. Yeah, New Life. Yeah, New Life is a legend. Can't wait for you to have. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. You know what I like that he talk about? What I've been. I'm about that dragon energy. If y'all seen the episode with Kev from Real Negas, I'm very much interested in that dragon energy. So I was kicking it with the brother on the phone yesterday about the dragon energy. I know I'm a primordial being. I know some things you just know you've been through, you had experiences. And I was kicking it with the brother about that dragon energy. And yeah, he dropped some jewels on me. Yeah. Oh, Blue had you down with the bar biting. Yeah, Blue be talking his shit. Because Blue know people be biting his bars. That's the 44 God. He say something, people bite it. So yeah, Blue was talking his shit at the beginning. You would too if you say something, then people just bite your shit and never give you credit. You would too. You know what I'm saying? Brother Yusuf has a lot of game on the dragons. Yeah. He sent me another video that he has private on Patreon that he sent to me just to watch it. He says some shit. He says things that you never heard before. He definitely says things that you never heard before. Shout out to the brother said he was a fan of my channel for a long time. So it's good to know people that watch my channel branch out and they do their own thing. And then years later, I'm reaching out to them. There was a couple of people that I had on my channel that said that. So that's dope. That's dope, man. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? I should bring Mr. Intensity. I have no idea who that is. But the brother could email me and I'll check it out. If it resonate with me, I'll consider it. I keep my it's choppy again. I'm choppy. Who's this here? I'm choppy, or is he trolling, or am I choppy? I don't know. Am I choppy? I don't know. Billy Carson is underrated. He's definitely underrated. Billy Carson, how he talks and how he acts is not. He ain't nothing. He's not hood or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So people automatically classify him as an agent because of his approach to the game. But we gotta respect everybody for their individual being. That's just who Billy is. You know what I'm saying? And but Billy got a lot of gems for the community, and we definitely need to appreciate a brother like that while he's here. You know, her mic is not good. Yeah. I mean, the sister, ooh, why do you keep the hexagons behind you? Oh, brother, the universe, the world, life is based on sacred geometry, and this shit behind me is magical. This is my throne. If y'all see me sitting here like this is my throne, family. So I sit there like that's my throne. That's my cosmic throne. The kings, title of a king is a little lowly for me. I'm primordial. So this is my primordial throne. That's why you got the blackness right here. I always return to the blackness. That's why I'm black magic. Blackness is where everything come from. It's infinite. Infinite intelligence. That's the quantum field. I tell you, I'm quantum. Me and Blue and Red tell you, we quantum field niggas. We quantum field niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's who we are. I come from the field, the quantum field, and all the colors, all everything come from out of that, all out of that blackness. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't mind being called black. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind. It's a compliment to me. A lot of the Moors get offended, and I understand why, but shit, I come from the quantum field where it's all blackness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just talking my shit though. Raku's a genius. He gets downloads watch, but yeah, he does. I got to get him on the show soon. Shout out to Raku. I tried to get him on with that episode with Rashid, but he didn't see my text. So I'm definitely gonna get him on the show. Quantum field niggas, yeah. Damn you, I hope the sister's able to come back on. I don't know. We 18 minutes in. I hope the sister's able to come back on. It's definitely her mic, because I've been good since it's just been me. So I hope the sister's able to come back on. You know what I'm saying? If not, we'll definitely get the sister another time. You know what I'm saying? Might have to end the show early. I don't know. What's up with Blue? Blue, you still on there? What's up with Blue? Where my brother Blue at? Been a part of your Patreon community for years now. Thought access to the options workshop would be there. Can I cop the replay? Email me. I'll work something out with you. Email me. I don't want to say specifically on the air, but let me type my let me type my email. Email me. LNP. I just typed in my email. LNP, email me. I'll work something out for you. I'll definitely work something. Any of my Patreons, they got a request, special requests like that. I'll work something out for you. Where would I send you a gift? Email me. I just put in my email. Email me. I'll let you know. You have Blue calling in. Yeah, I might do that. Little guy said have Blue calling in. Is Blue still here? I don't know if Blue is still here. Have you spoke to Street Master Gano Grills lately? No, I have not. No, I have not. I actually haven't talked to the brother the whole year. So it'd be good to talk to the brother. I gotta reach out to the brother. You know what I'm saying? Blue. I might just get Blue on. Dr. Valentine is one of the greatest of all time. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Dr. Valentine is definitely one of the greatest of all time. Blue, I'm gonna send you the link, my brother. If you available, I don't know if you available. Let me know if you're available. I'll send you the link. And maybe me and you could just kick it for a second, answer some questions. Until the sister come back on. And even the sister come back on, me and Blue could ask some questions. We'll still let the sister be, do her thing. Because, I'm telling you, that sister is absolutely, well, let me get Blue Pillar's email right. That sister, Aminah, is absolutely powerful. Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. Somebody already emailed me about the workshop. Okay, Sylvia Brown, I got you. As soon as I'm done with the workshop, I'll hit you back. Do a show with Panic. That is coming soon. I just talked to Panic. I just talked to Panic last week, so that'll come soon. Yeah, Blue Pill says she the truth. Yeah, I mean it's the truth. That's why I'm not stressed at her. We're gonna get it together, and I'm gonna have her on this show not once but multiple times. So y'all gonna get to know the Queen Aminah L. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get to know her because she's definitely the truth, and we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. You know. Empress said, "I said, yeah, I'm gonna get our CEO on soon." Empress, I think you asked a question on the post comments, and I told you about his channel. In the meantime, before I have him on the show again, you can check out his YouTube. I say the Duke of Tears. I know him and his queen, um, Selena. They post more often, so I might have him on a couple of times a year. But if you want to check our see out on a more consistent basis, the brother has a YouTube. I say the Duke of Tears. Just type in I say the Duke of Tears, and his YouTube will come up. But I will have the brother on sometime soon. I know the brother for over a decade. Him and his queen Selena, two beautiful souls, and I hope they're doing great there in Florida. And they're doing their thing down there. So shout out to Arcia and Selena. Keep doing your thing. I know Selena doing her thing with the products. I see her doing his thing with the teaching. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? I have them on soon. I have Brother Panic on soon. I have Aminah back on hopefully tonight. Aminah come back on. Blue, I sent you the link, by the way. I sent you the link, Blue. So, Blue, if you hear me, I sent you the link. Maybe you could come on while we wait for Aminah. If she come back, that's great. If she don't, I'm going to get the sister on again. But the queen is definitely somebody that's going to be somebody that I introduced to the family. You know, Khadijah too. Yeah, I tried to get Khadijah last year, but she was busy doing the readings. So I'm gonna ask Panic again about Khadijah. Yo, Minister Jew and Ample. Damn, I don't know what happened to them, yo. I gotta holler at I think Minister Jew's on Instagram. I can holler at Minister Jew. I don't know about Panic though. I mean not Panic, Ample. I haven't talked to Ample. Oh, Blue Pill says something going on with my connection as well. All right. So I'll probably stay on with y'all for about 10 more minutes, answer questions. And we'll be back tomorrow, unless the sister come back on, Aminah. But other than that, we'll be back on tomorrow with the brother at 9:30. And I'll get her on again sometime soon. She didn't come back, so obviously it didn't whatever. What about Nausea Raw? I heard I know about the brother. I heard his name from the brother had a documentary years ago before YouTube popped off. He had a documentary, and Bobby Hemming was actually on there. So shout out to that brother who has been putting in the work for a while. And I would love to interview that brother Nausea Raw. These I just got to reach out to them. They're not reaching out to me. I just got to reach out to them. But I'll keep that in my mind. That brother right there. Yeah, something wrong with Blue Connect. Something wrong with a couple of people's connections tonight. So, it is what it is. But, metaphysics is the order of the day. You got to be tapped in metaphysically I think you have to not just financially, but to be happy in this world. Because at the end of the day, you get all this money. You know what the people do that get money and they become millionaires? You know what they do? They go to the meditation gurus. Because once you get the million or the billion, then you find out, oh shit, there's more to life than money. So then you go to the meditation gurus to figure out who the fuck you are and what's your purpose, or why did one of the things DMX said was, why me, God? He was like, yo, why me? Why am I? Why did you decide to give this gift to me and have me be a multimillionaire? So there's no escaping you. You could run and you could hide all throughout life, but there's no escaping you. The occult realm, the metaphysical realm is all about the finding out who you are. You know, we only got access visually to 10% of the light spectrum. You know all the magical things that are happening around me. And if we was able to see that, man, we would know exactly who we were. But because we don't see it, we're cut off with such a large portion of who we are that, you know, we don't know who we are. And it's like, you know, it's depressing. So we're going to touch on that. They said, like Brother Youssef, another level, another devil. Yeah, every level is, you know, it's something different with every level, good and bad. Or whether you want, if you want to call it good and bad. You know, so another person may just call it something else. What's bad to me may not be bad to you. It's all about how you define your experience. That's why they say your emotional reaction to what happened is more important than actually what happened. Because your emotional reaction is going to determine what happened in the future. Y'all got in the cab today? I had a nasty ass. I ain't got my car no more. I got rid of my car. So I had, you know, I've been cabbing it lately, and that's been costly. But I get in the cab today, and man, Arab dude, nasty like a motherfucker. He didn't even pick me up in my location. I walked down several buildings. So I'm like, oh, you had the wrong location, Lon. I'm at 482. I was at the juice bar in Brooklyn, a juice lounge. The shout out to 3-Star Juice Lounge in Brooklyn on Utica. Dude's like, yo, you could walk, ain't no problem. You could walk. What's wrong with walking? I'm like, oh shit. I know if I was white, you would not be talking to me like that. I know, like, what the fuck? What's the purpose of me entering my address if you're gonna be several bills? Lyft says I can actually save money by walking if I wanted to. So it's like, you know, they treat you like shit because they think you are shit. You know what I'm saying? But I had to put a complaint out on them. You know, but I'm glad I did not get emotionally hype. You know, I could do that sometimes. I was calm. I just don't let me out the car. It was just, I don't want to talk about it no more. But I handled it in a way that I was happy that I handled it. You know, I did my cortisol levels. That's what I'm working on, not raising my cortisol levels. You know, so my cortisol levels did not rise. I handled it in an appropriate manner. Then there was several other instances today that my cortisol levels could have went up in it, but it didn't. So I was happy at that as well. What Blue Pill said, got rid of the LAC big one. I don't know what the hell is LAC, Blue. I'm sorry, I don't. What are you talking about? Got rid of the LAC. Oh, the lack. Oh, the Cadillac. Yeah, the lack. Okay, I got it now. You just sent me a mental note, like nigga, Cadillac, nigga. But yeah, I don't have the Cadillac no more. Cadillac gone. The Caddy's gone. Don't have it no more. So I gotta I didn't get none yet. Live in New York City, so there's no rush to get something because there's so much transportation everywhere. Yeah, Aminah just texted me. Yeah, I'm still on. I guess we'll try one more time with the sister Aminah. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, I just texted sister. I told her to try one more time. She's in a different location, so hopefully this works. Shout out to FAR 1930 for the donation. Wesley Muhammad, I'm getting, but it's going to be exclusive to Patreon because Wesley Muhammad is talking about that juice. So, and the shit he's saying it ain't gonna rock. They're gonna take that video right down, and nobody's gonna be able to watch it. Nobody's gonna be able to benefit from it. So Wesley's coming to the Patreon soon. I would say within the next week, by the end of next week, Wesley will be on the Patreon. Yeah, hit up the Cash App, little goddess. I see you. Appreciate it. Thanks for sharing the Cash App. Black Magic 363. Do I have a podcast channel? No, not right now. I just got this YouTube right now. I just got the YouTube. Ear Hustler. I just got the YouTube right now. That's it. What's up with brother bro Poe? I assume you talking about brother Polite. If you say brother Poe, and I don't know the specifics of what's going on. I mean, I had so many people hit me up yesterday about allegations of Polite, him getting locked up in Florida, and rape charges. Sounds like your growth was tested. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. When you want to leave one frequency and go to another frequency, the frequency you're leaving and the frequency you want to go to come to agreement, and they have to test you to see exactly whether you want to leave one frequency and go to another frequency. So the frequency that you're on, you could call it fighting back, but it's more like you in a church. Say you in a church and I say hello, and it may take a while for the echo or the reverb to come back and say hello, hello, hello. Since you've been on a frequency for a while, that echo is still coming back. So that what we call the test is still the reverberation of the frequency you're still on. It's still, because remember, we live in the past. The physical is a past it's your past mental thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So that's still reverberation from your past. You'll still get feedback from your past thoughts, even though you think you change. You may think you change, but you'll still get the reverberation from your past thoughts. So you think that, oh shit, something's out to get me. Now it's just reverberation from your past thoughts, and that too will disappear soon if you are true to that new frequency. You gotta be true to the game. I'm true to this new frequency, so it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being right or wrong at this point with me. It's just about being happy. Because I could easily be right, and I could have cursed that motherfucker out, called him an Arab bastard, you stink, dirty motherfucker. I could have said all types of shit. Get me the fuck out this cab, motherfucker. I could have said all types of shit. But I'd rather be happy than be right. A lot of us rather be right than be happy. So if we say, and I always use this example, if I say black woman ain't shit, instead of me being happy and finding a woman that's good for me, I'd rather find a woman that confirms my belief system. That way I feel good about myself because I think I'm right all the time. Nigga, I'm right, nigga. These bitches ain't shit, nigga. Fuck, nigga. I know what I'm talking about. Nigga, I want to be happy at this point. I don't want to be right. I'd rather be happy than be right at this point. Nigga, I done fed my ego enough in this life. I'd rather be happy than be right. But anyway, as far as Brother Polite, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened with that, so I can't really comment too much about that. I just don't know. What I do know, this is what I would say, is that what I think that's weird is that people, when Polite's doing good, and Polite has been doing good the last year with cryptocurrency and kicking up with cryptocurrency. Brother became a millionaire off of cryptocurrency and the stocks and all of that. Nobody said, oh, the conscious community is making a lot of money from cryptocurrency and stocks. Nobody said that. People knew Polite was making money from cryptocurrency and stocks, and the brother's sharp. But when the brother does something bad or whatever he does that's negative, all of a sudden he gets judged as a collective. When he does something good, he gets judged. Polite, Blue Pill said this. When Polite does something good, he gets judged as an individual. But whenever he gets accused of doing something bad, he gets judged as a collective. So that's weird. Like, what the fuck does the whole community have to do with whatever's going on with him at this point? I don't know. I can't comment on it. But what I do know is that nobody told me or text me when he was making all that money with cryptocurrency, with Ethereum Classic and all that stuff he was selling. Nobody texted me and told me that. But they deliver all the bad news to me. Nobody told me the good news, but they deliver the bad news. I don't know about it. I gotta investigate it. I don't know. I have no idea. So, you know, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I don't know, and I'm on another path. Polite's on his path. I text a brother here and there, but I'm not in his life like that to know, what's going on with the brother. So I'm as clueless as the next person with that. He bonded out. Okay, all right. Yeah, see, I did not know. He was just online with Kwame. Well, Kwame, forgot it. Kwame Brown, I think that's his name. Yeah, see, oh, what's going on? People throwing stuff down the stairs. Yeah, I had no idea. Yeah, I was hoping the sister come back on, but she didn't come back. Okay, here we go. Let's see how the sister's doing. Yeah, I'm gonna get Sister Myra on. She used to be on my show when I first started the YouTube thing. I gotta get Sister Myra back on. Shout out to Sister Myra. She's a legend. She's a legend. All right. Aminah, you hear me? Aminah, can you hear me? I don't even know if she can hear me. Mina, can you hear me? Check, check, check. You. I don't even know if she can see me. Man. Y'all can see her, right?
I can't hear you if you're talking.
Yeah, this might not work out
Can
tonight.
you hear me?
Yes, do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, it might not work out. I'm be here for about 5 more minutes. What's going on with Sister Bert? Sister Bert passed away. She passed away years ago, y'all. Shout out to Sister Bert. Sister Bert put me on to the information via public access in Manhattan. Shout out to Sister Bert. She held it down. One of the pioneers. She held it down. Yeah. I know we can hear her. She can't hear me. Amina, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, great. And they can hear you now. All right.
Perfect.
And they can hear you
Perfect.
now. They can hear you now. They can hear me now. Great. Okay, let's get to it. Introduce yourself to the people. Let them know what you do.
Oh, my apologies about that, you guys. My name is Aminah L. I am a practicing astrologer and a student of astrology as well. I'm always forever a student. I also teach it, and I've been doing it for about 8 years, or yeah, almost. It's been about 8 or 9 years. But yeah, it's amazing. I love it. Everything about understanding it, practicing it, studying it, seeing how it shows itself in nature, and also how it allows us to really better understand ourselves while we're here. You know, everybody, when you look at your natal chart, you are a snapshot of that moment in time. So
Hmm.
you have a special purpose that you are supposed to be fulfilling. And so everything has a natal chart. Everything that is born into this realm has a natal chart. A thought has a natal chart. You think of something, you want to know a question, type in the time, the date, and wherever you're located of that of that question or thought, and you'll be able to pull up you'll be able to pull up a natal chart. You just gave birth to an idea, and it has a chart. It has been just an amazing tool for me as well as my students, everybody, people who've never even taken my classes, who just watch.
Hmm.
It has been a great tool, though, to for us to understand ourselves and better navigate through this plane. So that's me. I love astrology. You can find me if you want to join my classes September 1st. Yeah.
One thing you say, and it's on your Instagram. You say all is governed by signs and symbols. Could you
Hmm.
elaborate on that? What do you mean by symbols? There's symbols. There's so many symbols out there every day.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are these symbols trying to tell us, and how do we recognize these symbols to figure out what's going on?
Well, it really all starts with thought, right? So
Mm,
when you see, let's just say 11:11 on the clock, right?
right,
See
right.
11:11, and everybody think that it's really about a set in this box definition for one fits all, and that's not necessarily the case. It's more about what are you thinking in that moment, right? What are you thinking about? Because whatever you were thinking about when you saw that sign or that symbol, that number, that synchronicity, that maybe you were thinking about something, visiting a particular place, and then later you see someone with that city and state on their shirt, or whatever the case, however things connect, because everything is connected. All things are connected. We're in the age of Aquarius. What is Aquarius? Aquarius is the internet and technology and the web, right? The internet, on the artificial side. But on the natural side, the web is that which connects us all. It is our electrical impulse, that electromagnetic frequency that we're sending out and receiving. So it's all, everything is connected, literally just like a spider web. So when you see a sign, it's telling you something. It's speaking to your subconscious. I like to think of signs as masculine. All right. So all signs, symbols, letters, numbers are masculine. And when they're speaking to us, they're speaking to the feminine side of us. They're talking to our inner woman. It's like the outer husband is talking to the inner wife. And you got to be able to really kind of like align and blend those, because you are connected to everything. So when your outer husband is reflecting a symbol to you, you got to be able to receive that, to be submissive to that in that moment, and really kind of go with the flow and see, what is this trying to tell me? It's because it's, you really know that all things are connected. It is going to, it's telling you something. Okay, never take nothing for granted, because all things are connected and there are no coincidences. So everything, okay, like I said, everything has a chart. So
Indeed. You know,
when you look on the chart.
you talk about masculine and feminine, and we are like, they say electricity is masculine and magnetism is feminine, and when but this let me say it like this. What is going on is what spiritually or astrologically is going on with all the gender confusion now, because we're all androgynous, but it's like these month is crazy out here with this shit. So it's like, I know I got a feminine side in me, but I'm not gonna say I'm a woman. I can't,
You ain't finna put a wig on.
yeah, I'm not, I can't give like that shit is crazy. But I understand on the spiritual note that I understand that I encompass both, both what's that called? Energies, like
Hmm.
divine and feminine energy both exist within
Polarities.
me, polarities.
Mhm.
So to what, is this, is the confusion with the gender at all connected to what's going on spiritually right now in the cosmos?
Definitely,
Talk to me about
definitely.
that.
So we have the North Node, right? We
Yes.
have the North Node, which is, for those who don't know, the North Node is a mathematical point in the cosmos that is supercharged with energy, very magnetic. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a pull. It kind of acts like a finger. And it kind of tells us this is the way, this is the direction that we need to be heading. Kind of
Mm.
like when we heard in a lot of, how we've heard in a lot of like ancient texts, follow the North Star, it'll lead you to
Yes.
home. Talking
Yes.
about the North Node, right?
No,
So your
yes.
North Node in your personal chart is your soul's purpose. It's kind of saying go this way. Even though it might be different, it might be scary, you might be, unknown, not what you're used to. You kind of have to go in this way to learn your lessons, to grow, to develop, to mature, and to really get the opportunities that are meant for you, right? The
Mm-hmm.
synchronicities, the signs and symbols, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for the collective, we have the North Node in Gemini. And what Gemini is, Gemini literally is the sign of polarity, the sign of duality, right?
Mm.
So we, especially because on the larger scale, we're in the age of Aquarius. Aquarius is all about things that are unconventional, things that are different, things that want to break free and step outside of the box, or outside of what is normal, outside of the tradition.
Mm.
So when you mix those two energies together, the fact that we're going into the age of Aquarius and the North Node is in Gemini, which is these polaric energies, right? These poles, masculine, feminine, left brain, right brain, negative, positive. masculine, feminine, yin, yang, like up, down. You, with this Aquarian age, it kind of want to do things different. It kind of want to make it a little weird and twisted. And so because of that, a lot of us to switch in our polarity and our thinking. It's kind of like when you flip a switch up and down, cut the lights
Mm-hmm.
on and off.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us, our switch is naturally supposed to be up, and some of us, our switch is naturally supposed to be down.
Mm-hmm.
Men's switch, we can say their switch is supposed to be up. Women's switch is naturally supposed to be down. So
Mm-hmm.
when you go through certain things pertaining to, let's just say, really understanding that you are a divine being for real here in a farm. Put it that way. You're in a farm, okay? And what happens if you have, let's just say, a farm of nothing but cows, and all of these cows are starting to advance. They're starting to do some shit you ain't never seen, right? They starting to walk on the two legs. They starting to like really level up in consciousness is what it appears. Or we can say, let's just say your cows are growing in large numbers. They're just populating, and now it's no more room. No more, the food isn't growing fast enough as fast as they eat, right? So what
Mm-hmm.
do? You have to incorporate mental, as we can say, booby traps to switch the polarity, to confuse the switch,
Mm-hmm.
make them, let's just say, not be, make the female cows not be attracted to the male cows and vice versa, so they can not produce. And so, you can be able to better maintain your farm, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's exactly what's going on. They have certain things in place where they've been turning our traumas into trends. They haven't been really allowing
Traumas
us.
in. Ooh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Traumas in the trends. Ooh, I'm sorry. Damn.
Yes, trauma's in
It's
the trend.
powerful.
For example, like what you was talking about with the, I know I got masculine and feminine in me, but that doesn't mean I'm finna wear a purse or a wig, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got some who totally misconstrued their trauma. Maybe they've been through something very traumatic, very deep, and the polarity in somewhere got confused. It got, maybe it's overdeveloped, maybe it's underdeveloped, maybe there's just some sort of something that's off. And instead of us being in where we can cater to healing that, it has become a trend. It has become, oh, it's normal. Love is love. It's
Right,
no.
right.
Like if you look at the etymology of sex, when we call it, I don't even really want to say the word, but when we say the HOMO, sexual, right? We got to really understand this from an etymological perspective, which is also Gemini. Gemini is genders, but Gemini is words, definitions, thinking, speech.
Mm-hmm.
So, for us to really understand these things, we have to understand the etymological understanding. So, when you think about sex, sex is really is Gemini. It's the, I mean, I know we like to think of it as Scorpio, but it's Gemini because it's showing you the two polarities and how they interact or interdependent of one another,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so when it comes to sex, sex is between the masculine and the feminine. That is what sex is. So we really just got, when I think about, the confusion that's going on, is really because of the society, people not being able to go within themselves and really do that healing, really face that shadow for real. Instead of that, they're, oh, everything outside of me, it's normal. I'm normal. It's fine, instead of really seeing it as healing. And then when somebody try to tell them that out of love, they're looking at it like they're wrong. They don't know what they hate me. They dislike me. No, sis. No, bro. I want you to understand that if you really want to honor your ancestors for real, then you really got to get rid of that trauma of as a woman, you don't want to be intimate with a man. As a man, you don't want to be intimate with another woman. That's what your ancestors was on. So when you really want to honor them, you want to be able to understand that if you really want to honor your ancestors and your polarities is confused, then how are you going to be somebody's ancestor?
Mm-hmm.
Because our ancestors had sex and made love. That's how we're here,
Right,
right?
right,
So,
right.
so it's really just about this new age, Aquarius age, where people want everything quick. People don't really want to go within. Everything is about stimulation and just being overly inundated with info, and people are never really slowing down and really saying, wait a second, am I me? The actions and the way that I'm demonstrating out here, is this me, or is this my trauma? Is this my condition, and is this my programming? So yeah, it's really about the age of Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of things that are weird and different, and it wants to be different. It wants to, be on some weirdo futuristic stuff. But we got to always keep in mind there is no future without acknowledging the past, because if so, then it's artificial. It's exactly the what we're seeing. So
You talk a lot about elemental magic, Amina, on your Instagram. I want to talk to you about magic. I know that word turns off a lot of black people, obviously because of religious programming. If you go to Disney, if you go to this Disney Channel, though, a lot of white people, Harry Potter, they get all the magical shows. I mean, they
right,
get all everything magical. They get it and they absorb it. But when it comes to us, that's pretty scary. It's pretty devilish. It's pretty demonic. It's pretty satanic. So we don't want to hear when somebody mentions the word magic. We don't even understand the history of witches. So can you talk to me real quick? You talk about elemental magic. Do you know any of the history on witches and what they did to the witches in the past and who were the witches in the past? Just give me a little history on this term we call witches. What's up with witches? What's up? Some people say
everything is up with the witches.
some people say the meaning, the original word for witches was bitches, and that's where they got witches from, bitches. So I don't
Which is wise woman.
yeah, which is so
serious B, serious bitch.
woo, talk, see, you on it. You on it. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I got you here. Talk to me about bitches and witches.
All right, so
That sounds weird. Talk to me about bitches and witches. All right.
so the bitches and the witches, right? Okay, no, but seriously,
Yeah, go ahead.
when when it goes back to the Piscean age, right? Where it was a lot of illusion and deception, and it was just a lot of, that's when pretty much the whole Christian era came about in the Piscean age. Well, when you think about the opposite of Pisces is Virgo. What is Virgo? Is our daily routines, our daily habits, the putting things into details, our rituals, right? Because your routine, anything you do routinely is a ritual. It's religious, something you do religiously, right? So when it came to this Virgo energy, a lot of women, the natural women, they were into the herbs and the ritual and the earth and nature and the elements, right? And the polarity of that, which is Pisces, those who were more gravitating towards that vibration, they wanted to get rid of that. Because when it comes to Virgo as well, Virgo is our nervous system. It deals with facts. Virgo deals with thinking and action, right? It deals with the details,
Shout out to the
studying.
Virgos. I'm sorry,
Right.
I'm a Virgo.
Shout
I'm
out to the
sorry, I'm a
Virgos.
Virgo. I'm sorry,
Shout
go
out to
ahead.
the Virgos. Studying as well. Right. So that's why you got this whole Piscean age, which is illusion. And they were, oh, don't ask questions, just go with it. Pisces is what? Go with the flow. Right. So they really wanted to separate that. They didn't want the spirituality to be blended with the herbs and the nature of Virgo and the rituals of Virgo and the, paying attention to the details, studying, paying attention to nature and the different cycles, the mutations of the cycles. Virgo is also the gardener, right? So you're obviously paying attention to nature and tracking the stars and being in tune with the moon and all of that. And they didn't want that. So what they did was they burned them. They didn't like that, especially the melanated ones. We were pretty much teaching them how to be organic, basically, how to be in tune with the elements. This is why a lot of us, I truly believe that, you know, this is just me personally, but I truly believe that it's somewhere down the line where we got it confused and started to think about, the magic being the end all be all, or the altar being the end all be all to our magic, right? Magic for me has everything to do with you internally. Okay. And like you were saying, a lot of people, when they hear that word, they get turned off because they're so used to legerdemain. We got to really understand the difference between magic and legerdemain. Legerdemain is the card tricks and pulling the rabbits out and, all that stuff. That's legerdemain. But magic at the core is really taking it back to bringing it back into self, into your body. What is your emotional state, right? Your water element. How are you emotionally balanced? Are you too emotional? Are you emotionless? What is your air? What is the quality of your air element within? Which, your air element is the way you think, the way you process information, your connections, your relationships. What are your relationships looking like? Because that's going to be a reflection of you, your inner air element. Earth or fire, I'll do earth last. Fire is your ability to understand self. Are you assertive? Are you willing to stand up for yourself? If not, your fire might be off. Are you a little too easily angered? Might be a little too overdeveloped, right? And then when it comes to earth, of course, earth, are you disconnected from material resources? Do you feel like, oh, I don't need money, la di di la di da, and you're just in the clouds? Maybe you're a little underdeveloped, or are you just too materialism? You think everything is about money, or everything is about the physical, or everything is about the scene. You might be a little overdeveloped. So when we can really balance these elements within ourselves, really work on that. That is what truly makes you connected to, because you got to remember, you are connected to everything. So when you can really get these qualities within yourself together, like the earth as well, another thing with earth can be simple as procrastination, not keeping promises to yourself, not being consistent, not being on your shit every single day, not being better than you was yesterday. Your earth element is a little off, because earth element only asks you for a little bit of progress every single day. So if you're not doing a little bit of something to make yourself better than you were yesterday, your earth element is off. Okay, we can put the crystals on the altar, we can have our glass of wine, our glass of water on the altar, we can have our candle, we can have our incense, we can have all that. But if you don't have these things balanced within yourself, it matters not. Okay, all that stuff outside of you is what we call like Harry Potter, and you know even having a physical altar at home, that is sorcery. That's what we call sorcery. Okay, that's high priestess work. But magician work is really understanding that you are the altar, and understanding your character traits by elements. If you talk too much, something in your air element might be a little off. Maybe you act too quickly without thinking. Maybe your fire is a little underdeveloped. Get that in balance, right? That is magic. Get that in balance, because when all those different levels and elemental levels line up in the same area, now you are connected to everything outside of you. Now those signs that's coming to you are really speaking to that subconscious mind. You know exactly what they mean. You know exactly what they're saying. You don't really got to wonder. I mean, you can always sit with it. It's good to sit, but you know exactly what's going on, because you're working on aspiring towards elemental equilibrium, balance. Okay, so I know you mentioned Pascal Beverly Randolph, but Franz Barden is also another great one that you can you guys should look into when it comes to hermetics. Okay, hermetics is when again
Say his name
polarity.
again. Say his name again.
Franz Barden.
Okay.
Franz Barden, yeah, he's a hermetic. Talking about hermetics or Tahuti. Tahuti deals with polarities. He's the Gemini energy of the zodiac. Mercury literally means Hermes. Hermes is Mercury. It's the same energy. Hermes, Tahuti, Mercury, same energy, right? So we're talking about the polarity. Mercury rules Gemini, which is the twins. So we're talking about polarity. What polarity? The masculine and the feminine, and bringing those together, merging those together. To know is to have sex, right? To know is to be intimate.
Mm.
My people suffer for lack of knowledge. What is knowledge? Knowledge is to be intimate, right? Look up the etymology of friend. Aquarius and knowledge both are ruled by, knowledge and friends are both ruled by Aquarius. If you look up the word or the etymology of friend, it'll say lover. That's because a true friend, just really to be intimate with somebody. True lover is, your only true friend is supposed to be your lover. Everybody else is associates, acquaintances. But that one person, your partner that you merge with, that's your friend. The love to, that's your friend. Okay, so friend and knowledge go hand in hand. My people suffer lack of knowledge because they don't really truly have an intimate bond with themselves. They haven't merged the this and the that, the negative and the positive, the yin and the yang, truly with themselves in balance and harmony. And so when they haven't understood themselves on a more whole, holistic level. When you think about like the etymology of religion, religion is to bind back. What is being binded back? Right? Your lower self and your higher self. That's religion. You know, if you have an anger issue and you want to work on that, you want to align more with your higher self. That is religion. You know, you taking a shower every day, whatever the hell you do to better your damn self, to bind or merge your lower self back to your higher self, to bind them back. That is religion. Think about yoga. Look up the word yoga. Yoga means to merge, to unite. What are we uniting? Our higher self and our lower self, our masculine and our feminine. Some of us are very, very imbalanced, too imbalanced, right? Like the feminist movement. They feel like they don't need a man. Doesn't even make sense, right? They feel like they don't need men at all, or men are, they feel whatever they feel about the man. Then you got some masculine energies where they feel like the woman is toxic or the woman is dirty or the woman is whatever, and they're imbalanced. So because in their mind they may feel like my masculinity is balanced and my femininity is balanced, but it's really not. You really got to have a balanced understanding of the two and how they complement one another. So yeah, I hope I answered your question. I kind of went off in a little
Nah,
tangent,
you spitting fire right now. So
but
yeah, I appreciate it. I was just quiet. You spitting fire right now. The people definitely appreciating it. You know what I seen you write about on your Instagram? You was writing and you was talking about light language and you was talking about developing your own language with your family. That's interesting because I literally just seen an episode. I be watching Tariq Nasheed's YouTube, and he was talking about the Black Americans during slavery. They developed a language, and I forget the name they called it.
Mhm.
The Tut language. Yeah, it's called the Tut language. TUT, the Tut language. They developed
Mhm.
a language so that they could hide what they were saying to the slave masters or whoever. And there's a sister that actually wrote a book on it. I'll get everybody the book, but there's a book out. Just Google Tut language, a language that the what we call the slaves wrote during that time period. So it's interesting that I seen right after that. I seen you talk about the light language, but talk about what's a light language and us developing our own language. Because I know Dr. Phil Valentine talked about how this language we use is a light code lockdown language. Words like try should not even be in this language because there's no such thing as try. Either you do it or you don't do it. How the
Right.
fuck do you try to do something? Either you're gonna do it or you don't. But we can't even fathom that because our language we taught our whole life is a light code lockdown. So talk to me about that.
Yes, the light code language. For me, it's really just been about channeling. Like when I do a lot of my letters and stuff like that, I really just feel the energy. Like what am I really trying to depict? What is the dance? Like what is the vibration that's coming off? What is the vibration that's coming off of me, first of all? And then how can I translate that into a symbol, right? Because that's what languages are. They're symbols. So how can I translate or transmute? How can I transmute this feeling, this sound, this color, this whatever I'm picking up on into a shape? How can I speed that, or how can I slow down that spiritual speed, that just all this motion, and kind of like solidify it and bring it down to 3D so that it can be something that is deeply connected to the innermost parts of myself. And I think it is important for us to really start considering that with the North Node in Gemini. Gemini is words, speaking, communication. So, yeah, I think it's definitely important because, a lot of things that are going on, we need that. We are in those times. It might not appear to be, but, Underground Railroad methods, having little codes to speak to each other. What's so difficult though is we really need trust. You know, trust is so important on all levels. We really need trust. And so yeah, the light languages are definitely needed because like you touched on, these times we want to be able to speak to each other in code. You know, Aquarius this is the age of Aquarius, which represents freedom, right? Everybody want to be free, everybody waking up to something, realizing something. But we also got to remember it is also technology. And because of that technology, it can still create a level of imprisonment.
Mm,
Okay, for those who know a little something about astrology, you know that Pisces is prisons,
mm,
but the Pisces of Pisces, the 12th house of Pisces is Aquarius. So
mm,
so it is a lot of, what we think is freeing us is really secretly, sneakily giving us, some sort of lockdown, imprisonment, right?
mm,
So for us to really be free, we are going to have to go back into the ways of the past if we thinking about having a real future, because everything is going to be monitored. Everything is going to be all in your business, right? This is why they want you to be right, so they could put that metal in there so you could link up right to all their systems, right?
mm,
So
mm,
we need languages. We need to be able to speak to each other without these devices, or if we are on these devices, nobody else gonna know what the hell we saying.
mm. No,
So
facts, facts. No, yeah, facts. Definitely, definitely. Hey, I want to take a few questions before you get out of here. But before we get into the questions, let the people know. I know you got classes, you got courses, you got things going on. I want you to say all of that right now before we get to that, because I know people might leave toward the end. But before she does that, family, give me some questions for Aminah, and I'm going to ask you your questions. All right. Some great questions. Give me some good questions, family. This is an important show. This is a great show. Give me some good questions for the queen. And but go ahead. Before we get into that, let the people know what you got going on, sister.
all right, so you guys can follow me on Instagram, wise.royalty. um Everything, all my links and all that is there. But I do have 12-week astrology classes so that I can help you guys learn how to read and translate these signs and symbols on your own in nature, right? Everything is, if something is speaking to you, is because something in you is speaking to it, and vice
Mm,
versa. So I really want to teach people and show them that so that they can learn about the elemental imbalances that are within them. Let's just say somebody got all fire planets in their chart. They are going to be imbalanced. They might be a little toxic in some way because their chart is naturally set on purpose that way so that they can overcome it, so that they can gravitate towards the other elements on purpose to grow and develop. And so yeah, I love that. I do readings as well, but what I really love to do is teach. I really want to show people how to do this, how to be able to translate these signs, these symbols, so that they can understand what's coming next, so that they can better prepare themselves. That's what we want. We want to be able to see to the left and to the right so we can know how to move forward. And I know that astrology is that science, okay? Hands down. I don't care what nobody told you. This is it. This is what you need, okay? Whether it's for me, another teacher, whoever, please learn and study the signs and symbols of nature, okay?
mm,
Study yours as well.
mm.
But yeah, all my links are on there. However you want to find me. I also am a forex trader, cryptocurrencies. Um, but other than that, I'm pretty much just involved with my school. That's where I'm at every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
You ever heard of the brother Blue Pill? You know who Blue
Yeah.
Pill is? The
Hmm.
brother Blue Pill has a couple of questions. He's a big fan of yours, brother Blue Pill. He loves your work, and he's a big fan. And the brother, he's in the chat, and he just texted me some questions that he said, brother Rich, you can't go without asking this. So I want to start with the brother Blue Pill
What up,
before
Blue?
Blue Pill wants to know your thoughts on the Jason months. The Jason month.
Jason months. July, August,
August,
September,
September,
October,
October.
November.
Yes.
These Jason months. man, this point, and how can I say it? It's kind of like this. When I see the Jason months, I look at it like it's basically it's causing a square. I don't know if you guys know anything about a square, but we're going from Leo season, from Leo all the way to Scorpio. Okay, from July all the way to November, from fixed sign all the way to the next fixed sign, or from one fixed gate, from one because all the fixed signs have a star gate, right? Everybody only know about the Leo gate, the Lion's gate, but all four fixed signs, there's an Eagle gate for Scorpio, a Eagle's gate for Scorpio, there's a Bull's gate, and there's also an Angel's gate for Aquarius. The Bull's gate is Taurus, and of course the Lion's gate is for Leo. These are all fixed signs. So when it comes to the month starting in Leo, what is Leo? Leo is children, first of all, but it's also the children of the sun, right? Which is us. So when we're going from Leo to Scorpio, what is Scorpio? We can look at Scorpio as like the demon. We can look at Scorpio as the devourer. We can look at Scorpio as shared resources, right? So I look at that from going from the sun transiting and making that square all the way to Scorpio from Leo. I look at that as, yes, this is a time where there's major rituals that scorpionic energy on the negative, because all signs got their negative, but that Scorpio energy on the negative side, on the negative polarity, can be very vampiric. Okay, it is dark, it's the occult, it's rituals too. Scorpio and Virgo work hand in hand, very similar energies. But it's rituals too. It is the occult. It's, as they say, black magic, magic that pretty much they use on the collective. They use on people who are just dead, shadow property, people who don't even really realize that they're here as fillers. They're using their energy to,
Shadow property. Wow.
yeah, chattel property. Yes, that's Uranus and
Shadow.
Taurus. Chattel is the cattle.
Yes.
Uranus is in Taurus. Uranus is the collective. So a lot of the collective is they're just here. They're just fillers. And I had to realize that too. Like talking to just trying to reach everybody. No, I'm really reaching the ones who are meant to remember. Everybody is not going to remember because everybody is just fillers. And that's what that energy is. They try to get everybody emotions to, let's just say, hey, there's a bomb over here to the right, because they're telling you that because they want your energy to move over here to the left, when really to the left is where they won't really want you to go. So it's really about manipulation. That's what Scorpio is as well. Scorpio is manipulative, right? It's the darkness. It's about greed. It's about, like I said, vampirism. It's what's yours is mine energy. All right. So yeah, the Jason months, we're making that square, right? And it's always going to be about the original people, because that's what squares are. Squares, which I teach in my astrology classes, anytime we're talking about a square from Leo to Scorpio, or from July to November, anytime we're talking about a square, we're talking about the original people, especially when it comes to this. But we're talking about the fourth house. All right. A fourth house, a square is a fourth house aspect, meaning fourth house energy is involved. So if you know anything about the fourth house is culture, the fourth house is women, the fourth house is history, lineage, your emotions, right? This is how they get you. They can only get you through your emotions. That's why the emotional energy is the weaker energy. That's why the feminine energy has to follow the masculine, because the feminine, we can get caught in our emotions. I don't want to go. I don't want to do it. I'm scared, right? And the masculine is like, no, we moving forward. Let's keep moving forward. So, yeah, it's pretty much just the emotional energy of that fourth house, which is a square, right? From Leo to Scorpio is a square. So that fourth house energy, I just think about the original people, because that is the ancestral. The fourth house is the ancestors. It is the past. It's just the culture. And so, yeah, when you don't have that within yourself, you can be swayed left and right, to and fro. So that's what this time is. If you guys know anything about the 101 Horse questionnaire, it talks about that. You know, where you going, Satan?
Mm,
And
facts.
one of the questions say, "Where you going, Satan?" He said, "To and fro, seeking whom I may devour." So that's really what it's about. Who can you devour? Only the emotionally weak. Only the ones who aren't in the know. Only the ones who can see something and be like, "Oh my God," and instantly get scared. You're supposed to see something on the news and be like, "Cool, got it. Know what I need to do." Instead of, "Oh my God, I'm panicking. What do we do?" And I'm scared. And then the very choice that you make is the one that they want you to make, because you're scared, you in fear. So you got to really get in tune with your magic, get in tune with balancing that inner fright or whatever it is, right? Because fright can be the earth element, is fear. Work on your elements. Think about your personality. Think about how you're behaving out here and really balance that energy, because if not, yes, these Jason months will drag you, you know. Sure, it's not even anybody in your audience, but for the regular average feeler out here, um, just existing, the person who's existing on the clock, they're here, but they're not here. They're just ticking, waiting for death, basically.
Um,
So
Blue Pill mentioned this, and I see somebody in the chat mention Stephen Baker. Do you apply astrology to crypto and the stocks, forex, all that? Do you apply that to that?
definitely, I be
How does
catching
that?
pips.
I've been here. I've been hearing that a lot from people. So how do you apply? How do you apply astrology to crypto, stocks, forex? Is it all the same at the end of the day? Talk to me.
Forex is the entire foreign exchange market, right? So when we were back in the day, when we was exchanging goods, diamonds and gold and herbs and whatever, on boats from different countries, right? There was a lot of mummies that had cocaine in their tombs. Where they get it from? That's because they was on boats coming over here, where in Central America, where it's grown, right? Exchanging. So forex is really cargo ships, imports, exports. That's really what forex is, and it has been digitized because, of course, the Aquarian age, to be on your phone. Now you don't have to own a boat. Now you don't have to be at a port or a bay. You don't have to be at the bay to make your money, wait for your ships, and wait for your profits to return. Now you can do it on your phone. Crypto is something that is traded in the forex market. So you got all these different foreign currencies, USD, the peso, the franc, the euro, all these different ones, foreign countries coming together to exchange, right, and make a profit off of the difference. So, um, yeah, like forex, when it comes to the planets, the same way that I would use planets to kind of determine what's going on in the world, what's going on inside of us. I really more so get into what's going on inside of you personally in a reading. I like to more so just show everybody how the signs and symbols govern everything on my page. If you want something more personal, then you can book me for that. But that's how I kind of like to do it. I like to show how the signs and symbols kind of express themselves in nature. And so what I do is I use the same perspective, but I will flip the context. So instead of Venus being contracts, the law, um, justice system, I can look at this Venus now when I'm applying it to the charts. I can look at this Venus um, as money, as some sort of resource. It could be gold. It can be, well, now the sun is gold. Okay, you want to trade gold? Watch the sun. Watch the moon too, because the moon is the fastest moving planet. So wherever she's at, it's always going to make something change. But the moon represents silver. You want to trade silver. The moon also represents people's emotions. People are emotional. Okay, more people are consumers. Okay, most of the world are consumers. They want to eat, they want to spend, spend, spend. Nobody's really thinking, 1% is thinking about investing. Okay, so when you see where the moon is, and how that's affecting people's emotions, that's also affecting their needs, what they need to be nurtured with, right? So when you're tracking the moon, yeah, you can pretty much see what people want, what are people interested in, how you can apply that. But you want to do it through cycles too. Base it off of the new moon and the full moon, and then kind of fill everything in throughout the rest of the week. I mean, throughout the rest of the 2 weeks until the next full moon. Fill everything in throughout the rest of the next 2 weeks until the next new moon. But you're using the same concept, the same symbols, but you're with an understanding of the metals, and even particular is helpful. You know, there's certain countries that you can look up their natal chart. You can see what is their rising. Oh, they're a Sag
You,
rising, like
you,
the U.S.
you know
U.S.
what?
is a Sag rising. Hmm?
I'm sorry to cut you off. Being that you said that, because this is something Blue Pill mentioned, another question that I don't want to forget. You mentioned the nasal rising in the U.S. He wants to know our natal connection to this landmass, the U.S., and how it relates in the cosmos.
How it relates in the cosmos, I would say, because
We got a natal connection to this last landmass here, America, United
well,
States,
we don't know America's natal chart, but we could determine the U.S.'s
the
natal
U.S. Right,
chart.
right, 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 right. Okay.
So, you know, the establishment date, which is
Yes.
July 4th,
Yes.
1776. So when we look up their natal chart, they are Sag rising, right? What is Sag? Sag straight up foreigners, foreigners, foreign occupation. All right, they are Sag rising. So you could take that information, take their natal chart, and kind of overlay it with yours. Overlay it, or as we call synastry. Put a synastry chart next to your chart and the US chart, and then you can kind of see how it applies to you individually. But as a collective, like I was saying, fourth house is the original people, right? Fourth house is Cancer. So if you got Sag on the ascendant, then that's going to put Cancer in the eighth house. Okay. Eighth house is scorpionic. Remember, I told you guys earlier, scorpionic can be on the low end, the vampiric energy, right? What's mine or what's yours is mine. Because Scorpio is shared resources. That's why Scorpio is sex. It's a shared thing. Okay. So when it comes to Cancer, the original people are that just that more ancient bloodline energy, the mother, right? That energy, it's kind of like being having Cancer in the eighth house. It's saying, yeah, um, they are taking the land or the resources. It's a shared, the land is a shared resource. So foreigners or colonizers, we can say is Sag. Sag would be the foreigners, the colonizers, the one who are traveling to country, long distance trips is Sagittarius, right? So they're traveling from country to country or nation to nation. Cancer is the nation. So having Sag putting Cancer in the eighth house, yeah, it says it goes for itself. And then plus this actual so-called corporation or nation, which is really a corporation, is also a Cancer, right? So this is why they play on people's emotions. They manipulate people. They get y'all scared, crying, and in fear, emotional, so they can do what they do, because that's the Cancer energy being in the eighth house. Eighth house is the occult. It's death, right? It's manipulation. Until the people, Cancer, can learn to transmute that energy, eighth house, then they can experience the ninth house, which is abundance and growth and on your way to freedom. But until then, we really got to understand this paperwork game, and we got to understand the laws of the water. So, how the waters and the seas work.
Indeed, excellent, excellent, sis. Jay Royal wants to know: would you say the stars slash planets isn't influencing? It's actually concurring with our lives.
Yeah, definitely. Because the mind is all, the universe is mental. On the vibration that you're on, naturally, the vibration that you're on, like I said, Venus could be You know, it could be shared resource. I mean, not shared resource. Venus can be your possessions. It can be you coming up on some gift. Maybe somebody's giving you something. Maybe you get married. Some sort of good thing with Venus, right? Depending on the vibration. But it also can be something negative. It can be depending on your vibration. You know, it's always about opportunity, opportunity meeting preparedness. That's the key. You want to be prepared too, because there could be, you know, a great transit. Like I could look at a child's chart and be like, wow, this child has the potential to be, you know, the next Mayweather. But if that's not cultivated, if that's not the vibration or the environment that they were, you know, brought up in, then it really matters not. That NFL or Mayweather energy that I saw, it could be some nigga beating people's ass and being a bully, and that's just it, you know. So the mind is all the universe is really mental. So it's good to look at your natal chart to really see, like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to be on, and this is the vibration that the higher vibration that I need to really go on and not the lower vibration. Like, okay, I understand that my moon is, you know, over here. I need to be focusing on the higher vibration of that though. You know, if that makes sense. And really always strive for that.
Indeed, indeed. All right. This is good. This is some good Q&A right here. All right. They want to know about Taurus and Uranus, the money breakdown of Taurus and Uranus.
The money breakdown. Okay. What do they mean the money breakdown? As far as
I don't think the person didn't elaborate. Just
mm,
says Taurus and Uranus, the money breakdown. We could get back to
um,
that.
okay.
No. All right. Let's see some more. They funny. They said Shauna said Rich about to create a workshop with her. I just might. Y'all better watch me. I just might. Y'all
Peace,
better
Shauna
watch.
L.
Yeah,
Okay.
y'all better watch me. She's that good. I just might. Big Nate wants to know, where do you get your research from? You saying all this? Where do you get it from? That's what Big
From my
Nate wants.
DNA.
Mm,
Honestly, sometimes I don't be knowing how the hell I come up.
facts.
Honestly, but I know that it's because I am always striving to pay attention. You know, I'm paying attention. When you paying attention,
Mm-hmm.
you are putting currency into your energetic account. And so when the bigger your energetic account grows, or the larger your energetic account grows, man, you wealthy around here with just information. You know, like the DNA. I just posted a video on my page. It's the last video. You guys should go check it out. But it was a clip of two young little girls talking to one another. And she said something that really stood out to me. She said, it was pretty much talking about the volunteers, the chosen ones, star seeds, and all that, who come here before they plan to come here before they actually incarnate to assist in the ascension process of humans, right? And the other little girl was asking her, like, you know, why did you even have to go down there? And the girl was saying, well, you know, because their DNA stopped working. And I notice I get that a lot. A lot of people ask me, what do you study? What do you read? What do you do? And honestly, I really don't. Like, I read, I do. I study, but nature is truly my information. What is your DNA? Your DNA is information. As they say, this is the age of Aquarius, the age of information. This is the age of the DNA. It's the age of the DNA upgrade. That's why you got all kind of obstacles
Mm,
keep that
facts.
DNA from upgrading, because where the Earth is transiting, it's transiting now into an area where we're all gonna get that upgrade. So they panicking like, oh shit, we don't want them to get that. We need to dumb them down, right? So you just gotta, you just gotta really, really be in aware and paying attention. You really gotta pay attention. Develop you a religion, okay? Not the average what everybody think about religion. I know y'all probably like, what she mean? Look up the etymology of religion, okay? It means to bind back. What are you binding back? You're buying that ain't shit behavior to something greater. That's religion. Trying to stop smoking cigarettes, really trying on that treadmill. You 500 pounds, you really trying to lose that weight. You really trying to align your lower self nature to that you see for yourself. That's religion. On that treadmill every goddamn day, that's religion. So really at this time, you really need to finding those ancient qualities that you know that you have, right? Really be honest with yourself. Have that conversation with yourself right now with the North Node and Gemini, the sign of communication. Have that conversation with yourself and be honest and say, I really do need to stop doing that. Even though others don't know I do that. I really do need to stop doing that. Because at the end of the day, that's still gonna be on your heart, right? Others might not know, but it's still on your heart. You might not have actually killed the person, but if you thought it, it's still on your heart. Fix that. Work with that. Try to align something greater than that. That is religion. Look up the etymology. Don't let these Albions, these white folks, confuse us on what religion is. Just like patriarchy. I'll get on that on another subject, but a lot of people are against patriarchy because they ain't never seen a melanated man do it. Right? So it's just these terms. It's these buzzwords. We got to really be careful with these buzzwords going on in this age of Aquarius, because in this age of Aquarius, people will snatch onto them buzzwords and not even really demonstrate that energy, that aura, because every word has an aura, or at least the words that you speak and think creates an aura around you. That's why, you hear a lot of more say, don't call yourselves black and stuff like that, because what is black? Black magic. Black is Scorpio. What is Scorpio? Scorpio is death. Scorpio is dead. Scorpio is reincarnation as well. It's continuing the loop and never really overcoming. All right. So all words, energies create an aura around you. All thoughts create an aura around you. And based off of that thinking, that determines the weakness or the strength of that aura. All right. So yeah, I just totally went off. I don't even remember the question, but
Yeah.
um yeah. I'm sorry, I apologize, you guys, but I don't remember
So
the
I
question.
always wondered that about the Moors. My name is Black Magic, and my channel name is Black Magic 363. I've had the best of luck in my life, so it's nothing like it's negative. And when you get into metaphysics, it's funny, I just said this earlier. When you deal with the quantum field and the nothingness and the void or the emptiness or the zero point field, so many names for it. And now this is where this is pre-creation, this is primordial. That's pure blackness. That's beautiful. That's where everything comes from. So I
Mm-hmm.
never understood why the Moors, and I understand the whole nationality aspect, but to completely disregard. I mean, and even when you study dark matter, I'm dark matter consciousness animated. Like dark matter. It's like the dark web. The dark web is like. Do you know how important the dark web or dark matter? So the to make black so negative or dark so negative, it just never made sense to me with the Moors. But I can see the nationality aspect. But I mean, I get all my power from blackness. When I'm able to, Joe Dispenza says, and Bobby Hemmett, I know you studied Bobby Hemmett, and he talked a lot
Mm-hmm.
about blackness. When you're able to, even if when you don't want to incarnate, let me just say it like this: incarnation, he said, happens when you go back to the light. When you go to the light, your ass get flipped back here to this realm.
That's
So, and
true.
I could go, I could go on and on about light versus dark, but I just never got that about the Moors. I mean, like they just so anti-blackness that they're forgetting the whole metaphysical importance of dark matter consciousness.
Right. Okay. This. Okay, so we got to take it back to cosmic law. Okay. Cosmic law. What's the first sign? Do you know the first sign?
Man, I done heard so many people say so many different things. You tell me. Yeah,
Aries.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I done heard people
Aries is
say
the
so many.
first
Yeah.
sign. And Aries rules identity. Okay. Aries is the self, the great I am. I am whatever you put at the end of that, which will go into the second house. Or actually, no, it could be the first house too. It could be Aries too. But the great I am is who you are. Okay. It is apparently it's a proper noun. Not just any noun, that's a proper noun. All right. So it goes back into language. It gets back into us understanding the frequency of words. Because when you are just referring to yourself as a color, right? That's an adjective. What are you? What is your verb really? Because Aries is it could be a verb too, because you are you are will expressing itself. You are will, wisdom, and love expressing itself. You are movement. You are a movement, right? You're emotion. So that's energy. It cannot be just a color. Does that make sense? Like, it can't just be an adjective. I can't just be pink. I can't just be fat.
I
I
don't.
can't just be, and that is who I am. Like, I'm fat. And that's how I identify myself with. I would have to have a name or some sort of energetic connection that represents who I am. And I get it, like the black is the nothingness, and the universal color, and the sky and all that stuff, right? But when it comes to mooring, right? Mooring, the verb, it's actual verb. Look up the etymology of mooring. Mooring is the actual process from which a boat is to the shore, or tying the rope to the shore. That is what mooring is. So it is the process when you are traveling from one landmass to another. Take a boat, right, from the United States to Japan. You're mooring to Japan, right? So when we die and we moor wherever we go, through we got to go through the waters, right? Guess what we got? We got a cord, we got a rope, the umbilical cord, right? We coming through these waters as cargo, just like forex, right? The imports, the exports. We're coming through the mother's hips, or the mothership, right? We're being born. Look up the etymology of birth with an E. Berth is going to connect you back to the seas, back to the waters. So when we're coming through the mother's hips to dock on the land, it's no different from a boat, a cargo ship with very valuable product on it, porting into the bay. And guess who they see to port into the dock, to see the dock door, right? The dock door or the dock is the same energy. So we're mooring. That's what we're doing. When we die and go to the next realm, the next lifetime, the next dimension, or whatever, it's mooring. And then when you think about going back to the cord, when you tie your boat to the dock, and that being representing mooring, well, etymologically, it makes sense as well, because the moment you take your first breath as a baby, that's very important. That's why, as astrologers, we need your birth time. Well, we don't need it. We can figure you out without it too. But it's important to know when you took that first breath. When were you born? Why? Because the moment you take that first breath, your birth time, you have a birth time. Now you want to look at the eastern horizon, right? This is why Moors face the east when they pray. Because when you face the east, when you pray, you're actually acknowledging the ascendant. So when a baby is born, whatever sign is on the east determines their ascendant. Okay. And also, not only does it determine their ascendant, it also creates a cord, a silver cord that grounds the astral body to the physical body, or the higher self to the lower self, right? You literally have a cord. You can't see it, but you literally have a cord that's connected to your higher self, or your astral body. All right. So
Yes.
um yeah, you're here, you're mooring, you got that umbilical cord, you have
Indeed.
that cord that's connecting you to, it's keeping you grounded, it's keeping you here until it's time to go. No different from, an actual boat, no different from any of that stuff. So it all goes back into us understanding the waters, for you to really really understand. And honestly, the seas is outer space. Think about all the animals that look like literally aliens that's in the water. So outer space, for real, is the ocean. Okay, so that's where we come from. We come from the other astrals, the watery realms. So
Oh,
Yeah, when it
okay.
comes to, it's more so just us not really seeing ourselves as an adjective. Really, you're not even seeing yourself as a noun. You are a verb. You are always in motion. You're always moving. You're always growing. You're always learning. You are energy that is always trying to grow and manifest itself, right? It's just like a seed getting planted in that black soil. It doesn't stay there. It's always striving towards the light. It's always striving to become better, to improve. The creative force, which is electromagnetism, which is making a heartbeat without us even, having nothing to do with it. That's electromagnetism, or as a lot of Moors call Allah, can be found in the heart, because electromagnetism is all there is, right? So electromagnetism is God. It is God.
Right.
Magnetism is God. That's making your heart pump, contract, expand, and contract. Jupiter and Saturn, expand, contract. That's God. That electromagnetic energy is God. So when it comes to, us as Moors and mooring, it's no growth there, on a metaphysical level. Like, it's the root. Yeah, we acknowledge it as the root, but you want to grow out of the dark black soil eventually, right? You want to elevate and achieve towards the light, achieve towards some sort of mastery. It's just like being in your mother's womb. Is in there. You don't stay in there. You want to come out to the light. You want to develop yourself into um the seed. You are a seed, but you got to develop and cultivate yourself into what you are supposed to be growing into. So
Indeed, indeed. Let's take a couple of more questions. One from Jamel Buntley. Jamel, probably take two more questions. Jamel wants to know: do you know if birthmarks are a metaphysical energy imprint? I don't believe mine is connected to past life, death. It's on the back of my left hand in a circle. I also have two red spades. Interesting.
definitely, definitely. I mean, that's how we as astrologers actually find somebody's ascendant without their time. Like, a lot of people don't.
Man, ain't nobody never asked me for my birthmark, Amina. What you talking about? That's how y'all find the sign. Ain't nobody never asked me for my birthmark.
Seriously, no, birthmarks, tattoos, broken bones,
Yeah.
any type of injury from past life or this life is going to show in your chart.
So let me ask you, all right, let me ask, this is interesting because, like I said, no astrologer has ever asked me about a birthmark, and I'm in this community, a conscious community, and I've talked to the best of them. None of them have asked me about a birthmark. That's number one. Number two, I broke my. Just want to see what you say. I broke my right hand, my pinky finger when I was a kid. I might have been in a
And they never asked you if you ever broke any bones.
no,
Oh,
never,
that's because you probably
nothing.
got your birth time, though. You know your birth time?
I only told this in one because I found it, but I never. A lot of them, I never even told my birth time to.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, I never even told my birth time to a lot of them. So, but I broke my right hand, my pinky finger when I was a kid.
So you gave them your sign.
Say that again.
So you gave them your sun sign, and that's how they read you.
Yes, yes,
Okay, so they gave you a solar reading,
yes,
not a
yes.
natal reading.
But yeah, yeah, I guess so. Since I just gave him my sun sign. But I'm trying to figure out. You talking about broken bones? So I'm like broken bones, birthmarks. What shit? Tell me about that. I ain't never heard of that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because whatever sign you have on your eighth house, remember, eighth house is trauma, it's the occult, it's things that are dark, things that is death, sex, very traumatic experiences, right? So injuries, it could be psychological. So the way that you as an astrologer, you want to ask them x amount of questions, and because you have an understanding and an awareness already of what each zodiac sign is corresponding to the body, you're going to ask them a certain amount of questions. Hey, did you ever have any broken bones? Hey, did you ever have any bad asthma? Or hey, do you have any tattoos? Or oh, okay, where's your tattoo? Somebody say, oh, I got a tattoo right here on my neck. That's the only tattoo I got, right here on my neck. And you're like, okay. And mind you, they don't know their birth time. All right, so you got a tattoo on your neck, or it could be a birthmark, an injury. I got stabbed in prison right here on my neck. Here's the scar to prove it. Whatever it is, you have to know that the neck is Taurus. Okay, Taurus rules the neck. So when you can place Taurus in the eighth house, you automatically know, okay, they got an injury in Taurus area. So that puts Taurus in the eighth. When you know the order of the zodiac, then you already know what the ascendant is. If Taurus is in the eighth house, then the ascendant is going to be Libra. So then I can start the reading. I know your ascendant. They might not know, but I know, I know your ascendant now because everybody is meant to experience a wound, a battle scar, a tattoo, everything, every injury, every trauma, everything is there. It can be, based off of your vibration is going to determine how that energy, you know, vary, but it's there. So, yes, based off of a certain amount of questions, you got a birthmark here, tattoo on your foot. And then, yeah, I got a tattoo on my foot. That's the only tattoo I got. Then you already know Pisces is deep. Put Pisces in the eighth house. That's going to make somebody a Leo rising. Anybody who got Pisces in the eighth, it's a Leo rising. Any Leos or Leo sons, Leo risings, they usually have issues with their feet, their toes, or their ankle. So some sort of trauma or broken foot, broken toe, usually. So when I hear that, I'm like, okay, this is a Leo rising because she had a foot problem or she got a foot tattoo. So yeah, it's connected.
So what would my broken pinky mean? I mean, I mentioned that. What would that signal anything to an
You had a broken pinky.
in my pinky finger? I said that my right hand. What would
Oh, so
that
you're Scorpio rising.
Scorpio rising? You said Scorpios and Virgos have are connected, right?
One is the light side and represents the dark side of the same energy.
Right, right. Interesting. I'm a Virgo, so that's why I don't know if you know that, but I'm a Virgo, so it's interesting you said that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The people loving you, sis. The people loving what you saying. Somebody asked about shoulders. So I guess if you have shoulder problems, people want to know what you
Same
know.
thing. Scorpio rising.
Mm. What about elbow? Somebody wrote elbow.
Elbow it could be Scorpio rising too, or it could be Sag rising.
Mm.
Hmm.
So are certain signs meant to be with other signs? Like, are there matches? Like, I'm a Virgo. You know how like Beyonce and Jay-Z are Virgos and Sag. And it's funny because my girl's a Sag. So it's like our
Hmm.
Virgos and Sag meant to be together. You know what I'm saying? Are there like certain matches?
Well, going back to like what I was talking about with the Jason months, right? You got Leo to Scorpio is what the Jason months are, from Leo to Scorpio, or we can look at it Sag to Virgo. It's a square. So it's talking about the fourth house and the 10th house. Fourth house is home, family, lineage, culture, and foundation. And then Capricorn, 10th house, is building, you guys creating a legacy. So, yes, they actually go. Don't believe this cookie cutter microwave astrology who will be like, oh, no, Sag is fire and Virgo is earth. It doesn't really work. It's not
People told me
necessarily.
that years ago. People told me that. So it's interesting you
Yes.
said it. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's not that cookie cut. It's not that
Uh,
simple. Like you gotta look at the ascendants. You never know. Your son might go into her seventh house. She might be a Sag sun, but she might be a Pisces rising, and that Virgo sun is going into that seventh house. So we're really just, oh, we're both water signs. We're a great match.
right.
And then also it's really based off of the mind. The all is mind. The universe is mental. If it's you got two people really, really on a particular frequency, and this is what they want as gods, we
Mm.
gonna make this shit work. We gonna respect each other. We gonna love each other, and we gonna do whatever it is that we know we're supposed to do as far as our duties and responsibilities to this partnership, this commitment, right? This relationship. So it just really doesn't matter. But I do feel there's something in the natal chart already that kind of like gravitates you guys
Mm.
together. But then there are certain things with you guys are going to have to work on if you guys really want the relationship to last. And that's why Saturn, the planet of longevity and commitment, is exalted in Libra, the sign of relationships. Because for a relationship to really find that true Libra scale balance, you guys need time to really see each other and get to know each other. Because just looking at it like, I don't think these placements will work. You don't really know because you ain't put the time to really do that hard Saturn work. So,
Right. Yo, they love what they want to know your cash app. They want to hit up. They want to sock it. They want to sock it to your pocket. That cash app. What's your cash app, Queen?
oh, my cash app is kind of hard to.
I'm gonna spell it out. I'm gonna spell it
Okay,
out.
Y as in Yogi,
Hold on. Let me write cash app first. Cash app $. Okay. Y as in Yogi.
X as in X Men,
Uh huh. You
CHEL,
said V. Hold on. Said it.
cat,
Mm, Oh, C
H,
H. Uh,
EL,
V.
E as in Edward,
Okay. E
L as in Larry, BEY,
Bey.
Eshell Bay.
Michelle Bay. Okay. I just put Amina's Cash App in the chat. It's Ishel Bay, YXCHELBEY. Hit the
hmm
queen up, sock it to her pocket, like A. Rashid says, man. Give the sister some, some currency for the currency she's giving us tonight. It's all an energy exchange. This is a great show. Like, I definitely look forward to having you on here again.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely look forward
But
to.
Virgo and Sag, yeah, they have a longevity connection.
Yeah, I've been with my queen for shit 16 years now. So some working with
See?
Virgos and Sag.
And how long have Beyonce and Jay
Yeah,
been together? Like 20,
yeah.
22
So
years.
son working with
That's that 10th house.
I mean, son working. You know what I'm saying? Let me.
Virgo is the 10th house of Sag. And
Did you
10th
tell?
house, anything in the 10th house is longevity.
Well,
Period.
Virgo, 10th house, huh?
Virgo is the 10th house from if you put Sag at the ascendant
Yeah,
and count all the way around the wheel till you get to the 10th house,
yeah.
it's gonna have Virgo there.
Mm.
So yeah, it's long term for sure.
What did you tell them a website? Somebody asked them, did you have a website? Did you mention that already?
Yeah, actually, you could if you go on my Instagram and click the link in my bio, it'll give because I got like three different ones, three different things that So
Yeah.
if you go on the link in my bio, wise.royalty on Instagram and click that link in my bio, it'll give you, all my different links to the different things that I offer, the different sites. Depends on what you want, what you need.
Right. Let's let me see if I could get one more question before you get out of here, Queen. Uh hmm. They're asking about. Give me a second. I seen a question here I wanted to ask. Do you know much about Serpentarius? Or let me put it. I don't know if you can see the screen.
The
Can you see the screen?
constellation.
You see it?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
constellation.
Yeah. What's that? What's that? Talk to me.
The 13th sign of Fucus. Yeah, Fucus, the serpent bearer. Um, I look at the serpent bearer as he is the holder of the wisdom and knowledge that is encompassed in the 12 signs, right? I look at Ophiuchus as the master of the 12 signs, right? When you think about a ruler, how many inches is in a ruler? 12. So that's 12 different portals, 12 different signs that we need to understand and know and grow with and jump into them portals at will in order for us to actually be the master 13. When it comes to the original 12, though, the sign of mastery is Capricorn, right? When you think of the Capricorn symbol, I don't know if it's any Capricorns in here, but when you think about the Capricorn symbol, it actually looks like a 76. Okay. 76 represents the elder energy. Um, yeah, Capricorn is the elders, right? So that 76 is pretty much like when you hit that age, you're a certified elder, right? But also when you add 76, you get 13, right? Because mastery is Capricorn, but mastery is also understanding the 13. You got to be your calculations. You got to understand calculative reasoning, right? Capricorn is the opposite of Cancer. So it's Cancer is the emotional, but Capricorn is the calculative. It's matured emotion. All right. Capricorn is like the elder, the grandmother witch for real. But yes, the master, you got to live to be old. You got to experience the years, the time, not necessarily because it is still in our DNA too, but in the physical realm, certain lessons that you need in the physical, it takes time, right? You need to become an elder, or you need to be putting in that effort, that energy, that hard work into that energy or into those lessons. Um, so when I think about the 13th, I know a lot of people love the 13th sign, and it's a part of, it's the 13th sign. Astrology is it, and this, that, and the other. But if you guys take it back to Tahuti, take it back to Tahuti's teachings, okay? Because astrology is subject to those universal principles. Astrology itself got to follow the 7 universal principles, okay? So when it comes to the principle of vibration, the principle of vibration tells us that matter vibrates slower, period. Okay. Spirit vibrates faster. So when you think about 13 sign astrology, because I'm sure that's what you're asking that question for about Ophiuchus, but when it comes to 13 sign astrology, um, we're always a sign behind, right? If you used to be known as a Leo, now it's saying 13 sign is saying you're a Cancer, right? It's behind. It's slower. This is why you can look at a telescope and be like, well, I don't know about what y'all 12 sign astrologers are saying, but on my app or on my telescope, I'm looking at Jupiter and it literally says that it's in this sign and tropical is wrong. That's because, yeah, you're literally physically looking at the planets. You're looking at the physical matter. So matter vibrates slower. Tropical is ahead because it's vibrating faster. It's in tune with the seasons, and it's in tune with the nature of the earth. So the serpent bearer, or Ophiuchus, is the one that holds the knowledge of the 12, right? Jesus, we could say, is Ophiuchus, that character, that mythological character. Heru, however you want to look at it, right? Horus, whatever. That character symbolizes Ophiuchus. It symbolizes the master. That's why the 12 was around him. The 12 disciples was with him. All right. So if that question was in any way shaped around or headed towards 13 sign astrology, I hope I cleared that up, because a lot of people ask me, how come you follow this, that, and the other? And I have this map and it's saying that the sun is really here. Well, that's because the sun is behind. Okay. We're a little ahead. We're vibrating a little faster over here. All right. So I just wanted to put that out there.
I'm glad you cleared that up. I'm very glad you cleared that up. Wow, I'm glad.
Yeah,
Thank
people
you
need to
so.
get back to the ancient teachings. Study the
Yes.
Kabbalion, the 7 hermetic principles of Tahuti. Learn about the principle of vibration for real. Stuff that vibrates slower is naturally lower or more dense, more connected to the physical plane. Stuff that vibrates higher is spirit. So if 13 sign astrology is showing you something that's behind, common sense should tell you it's vibrating slower. All right. So I use both. I do use both. I use all 3: draconic, sidereal, tropical, and Vedic, because Vedic is different from sidereal. Little do a lot of people know Vedic is different from sidereal. And then you got the tropical, and then you got the draconic. I use all of them. All right. So,
Indeed. But, all right. So before we get out of here, I want to thank you once again. I definitely want to have you on here again soon. I definitely appreciate you for introducing yourself to my audience. I know you got some classes, so before we get out of here, let the people know about the classes you have and just any other contact information before you get out of here.
oh, yes, if you guys are interested in reading the stars, the signs, and the symbols around you, so you could better be able to make a balanced decision on what you're supposed to be doing next for you, for your energy setup, knowing which direction you need to be going with your cosmic contract, then definitely sign up for my astrology classes. September 1st is registration. And the actual course starts on September 6th, every Tuesday and Thursday, if you guys are interested in that. If you want a forecast for yourself personally, like a reading, a 3-month forecast, I offer those. And then I also offer 45-minute readings at the moment. I used to offer a whole bunch of different readings, but I kind of got overwhelmed. So I'm taking a break on the relationship ones and the parenting ones for now. But those are the only 2 readings that I do offer at the moment, is the 45-minute Soul's Purpose and the 3-month forecast. And then my classes, of course. So yeah, just follow me on Instagram, wise.royalty. Everything is spelled normal. And hit me up. The link is in my bio. Everything you need is right there.
Hey, family! I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is Brother Rich, Aminah L. Hit up her Instagram, her link tree, everything she got going on. Amazing sister. I definitely was glued to her Instagram and a lot of the information she taught on there. So yeah, definitely learn what the sister's saying. Sign to the classes if you can. I'll see y'all tomorrow. If y'all around tomorrow, sign in. Come on the channel tomorrow, 9:30. I'll be back here. Other than that, we get out here. Thank you, Aminah. Peace, family.
Thanks for having me. Peace.